All right, you're not going to believe this, but it's actually winter, and it doesn't feel at all like winter. So when that happens in the winter, I go fishing. And not far from me is some amazing smallmouth fishing. If you've seen this channel before, you're not going to be surprised what I'm going to do. I'm going smallmouth fishing in the winter with my kayak. Let's go. Got a little ice here. Got a little ice here. We're on the mighty Mississippi River now, and this is my favorite, actually maybe my favorite time of the year to catch some really big smallmouth. And we've got a day that is absolutely phenomenally gorgeous. It's warm out here, there isn't hardly any wind, and it's winter. So when I see a forecast like this, I run to the river and I chase smallmouth. Usually when I'm chasing smallmouth, I'm using a tube, a Texas rig tube, but today we are drop shotting. And to do a drop shot, really easy. Use a little octopus hook like this, and I'm going to tie a Palomar knot with a very long tag end. So you want the tag end as long as the distance between the drop shot weight and the hook. So right there is going to be about the size. I don't need a very long tag end. I don't need the drop shot plastic that I'll be using that far away from the hook, or the weight rather. So just do a regular Palomar. Okay, if you don't know how to do a Palomar, just Google it. And I wet it. I'm using fluorocarbon, and it's really important to wet it with fluorocarbon because fluorocarbon is very susceptible to friction. Okay, so there, now you have a Palomar knot, right, and a very long tag end. At the end of that tag end, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook, right, set it up straight like that, and then take that end of that tag end, and you're going to go through the top of the eye there of the hook, and that's going to set it up so the hook stands up straight like that. See that? That's what you want. Adding the weight's super easy. What I do is I'm just going to put a little knot in there. This style, it's really easy. You don't even have to tie a weight on, or there's nothing fancy here. It's just designed so that you just wedge it onto the line. So it's wedged onto the line. I have my little knot there to keep it even more secure. And there you go, there's the drop shot. And now put a plastic on there, and I am a huge believer in power bait, so we're using flat nose minnows. This is a 4-inch flat nose minnow, and this color, oh my god, this packaging is a little messed up. This color is, I don't even know, it's like blue black with silver. And all you got to do with this, it's super simple. You're not rigging it weedless or anything. You just take that hook and just go up through the nose one time. And there you have it. So that's your rig. That's your drop shot rig. And now we're going to catch a giant smallmouth. Getting a lot of moss on this drop shot. There's a lot of this kind of hairy moss coming down right in the middle of the water column, and unfortunately this drop shot is grabbing a lot of it, so this might be a problem. And just like that, through the miracle of video editing, I have a Texas rig tube tied on. So this is my confidence bait here. I'm just gonna drag this along the bottom. That drop shot was just getting way too many you know, clumps of algae, moss on it, the bait and also the weight itself. So it just wasn't I wasn't getting a clean presentation down there. So this tube will drag, I'll just drag it right along the bottom, nice and slow. 45 degree water temperature right here. And I think just dragging that tube on the there's a bite right there. I just, oh my God, the first cast with this tube, and I had one on, and it was solid too. So I'm gonna have to kind of regroup here a little bit, but I think this tube, it's just gonna keep away from that moss that's floating downstream here. And it'll allow me to just get more presentations that are clean. That was a really good bite there. Let's try this again. There's a fish. There's, God dang it. Ugh. Lord. Just had a bite there. Not a hugely aggressive bite, but a bite nonetheless. My bow is getting knocked all over the place, so I'm gonna take this 12-pound river anchor and drop her down, have it tied up to basically the bow of my boat up here, my kayak. So I'm just gonna let that go to the bottom. I'm just having way too much trouble controlling the kayak since the wind's coming from upstream, and it's just knocking my bow back and forth, and I cannot control this thing well enough. So we're gonna stay anchored for a while. There's a fish. There's a fish. I mean, he was in shallow water. Not a big fish, but I'll take him. He was in super shallow water. Super shallow water over there. Ooh, okay, well, it's getting dark, but we're gonna keep fishing. Not a giant. There's giants in here, but that felt good. Really good. One of those days, let me tell you. Obviously, I'm back in my truck. I got my kayak loaded. That was a pretty terrible day, and I'm mad at myself. I really did not give myself enough time to really figure these fish out. Sometimes this time of year, you can come out here and it's just a no-brainer. But I think what's going on, partly these fish are just getting hammered day in and day out. Really nice day today, and these fish got hammered. I think it's a lot to do with pressure, but I'm mad at myself that I didn't give myself enough time to go and look for different spots. I just ran out of time. So moral to this story is, especially in the winter, and if you're trying to film, give yourself plenty of time. Oh goodness. All right, see you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll try harder next time.